After a short but a well-deserved vacation, I want to share with you my experience with one of the best Tudor divers I've ever had, the Pelagos LHD. The affair with the Tudor Pelagos, it's kind of the following. First time when you experience it, you love it, it's super exciting. Then after a couple of days, you start to look into the watch box and maybe seek for something else. However, if you wear it sufficiently, you might discover that you don't need anything else but this. As a fun fact, this is a watch which I tend to hide pretty often because I have the reflex to take it in the favor of others. Because the Pelagos, it's such a practical watch that makes it way smoother to grab it for daily activities than to think what to choose when you're going to gym, shopping, outdoor activities, or simply go and drink a beer with friends. And it becomes a bit addictive because it ticks too many boxes according to my tastes. And you can tell for sure how much love this Pelagos received. Unsure on how many wrists it was previously on, but the clasp definitely tells a story alongside the patina of the case created in time. Which is pretty cool because it gives you that feeling of wearing it with confidence because you're not afraid anymore to add a scratch on it, right? But back on topic, this is indeed a watch which delivers in vacations. And although I made this exercise with multiple divers in vacation, this is one of the best balanced and legible dials I've ever tested in sunny conditions, during the night or underwater. And that obviously it's happening because it's such a great inclusive balanced watch to wear. It's more a convenient tool diver which combines both worlds. The world of entry luxury watches as a brand with tremendous heritage, but also as an absolute tool watch built with the focus to be used as a commercial tool if you want. As in a diver which can be worn by diving professionals, military personnel, but also by the desk divers or amateur adventurers. In the market, there are quite a few Pelagos alternatives to choose from. We have the initial ETA version, we have the current in-house 42mm black and blue versions, plus the LHD, we have the FXD fixed lugs thinner version, but also the 39mm version. And personally, out of the bunch, this LHD version pretty much winks to me. I like the matted tool aspect of it, but also the unusual crown positioning. So yes, this LHD must be the uncommon alternative of what Tudor considers a proper tool watch. The tool Pelagos offers an unusual design for the actual Tudor DNA, as of a heritage brand which offers a mix of classic lines but adapted to simple and continuous shapes and angles to serve more to a purpose than to shine on the wrist like a status watch. And unlike the other two normal crown positioned versions, has a quirky appeal, has the patina accents with a roulette black and red date wheel, the even loomed layout with the bezel, the on-the-fly bracelet extension, ultimately having the crown on the left hand side, which makes this LHD in my opinion as the special one, the one that has the thing compared to the other ones. So when I refer to Pelagos, I find the LHD more representative and more interesting than the black or the blue versions, even considering it way cooler than the 39mm version, which feels to be more of a commercial version for a tool watch. Now, getting a bit in depth, I love the dial, especially in darker circumstances, because the lume is extremely even and it feels made in Photoshop, fading even as well. It gives you the feeling of a correctly equipped watch alongside the locking 12 o'clock crown position, which is inclusive, being one of the best contrasted divers I've ever had, because the ratio of this watch is built between contrasted matted elements within the dial. There is nothing reflective, and as a result the dial is almost legible from any angle. The markers are coated with a patina powder, they look like they're baked in the oven and nicely embossed, fitted also into the angled chapter ring. The snowflake hands are created and differentiated size-wise, made in the same manner as the markers with fully matted coated hands, ghosted in the middle being colored in the same tone of the foreground to ensure maximal legibility. As for the big paragraph of text, which is situated at 6 o'clock position, I think it works. And I think compared to the blue and the black versions, this one looks better accommodated, having the first line coated in red, an accent which once every 2 days matches the red even day. But all in all, I love how the dial, it feels situated very close to the crystal. It feels that the dial is 3 mm below the crystal surface, but I'm pretty sure this effect is obtained due to the thickness of the crystal, which needs to withstand pressures up to 50 bars. And although this left-hand side version feels to be an extension to the normal crowned ones, this one has specific roots from Tudor's glorious past, precisely from the military Tudor Oyster Prince Submariner, also known as the left hand, the 94010, having similarities from the crown positioning, the patina of the markers, but also the snowflake squared markers, which matches the modern LHD. And it's pretty cool knowing that the Pelagos line exists among military levels as the standard version with the ETA or the FXD version. And I have to point out that although I love the thick markings of the bezel, which works pretty well with the dial layout, I love specifically the busyness of the dial of the FXD compared to this one. However, in regard to the case, I do love this version with detachable spring bars because it's obviously way more adaptable, which allows the watch to be worn either on a combo with the attached end links and a trimmed rubber, a simple 22mm rubber strap, or a GADA military strap, as I was wearing it exclusively in my vacation. Although the LHD doesn't have too many accents, looking like a matted rocky case, works with different straps like this patina paratrooper strap from Diabolic Straps. I think it completes the DNA of this watch and makes it more practical, even underwater, because it's a waterproof leather and works underwater. Guaranteed, tested by myself. But I simply can't complain about the bracelet either. I think it's very nice, the taper is very elegant and it kind of complements the case design and has the on-the-fly adjustable clasp for sure. Technically, the Tiffet clasp, which equips the modern Tudors, is much more comfortable to adjust even on the wrist. However, they lack the cool elastic clasp of the Pelagos, which basically self-adjusts based on the bracelet length or different wrist diameters. As a conclusion, if you're looking for an under-the-radar, extremely well-built diver, this has enough presence, lacking indeed the shine of a pretentious watch. In my opinion, the Pelagos LHD offers the world of traditional watchmaking offered on a modern case with the purpose to serve for those who are looking for adventures or practicality. Not to mention the price positioning on the pre-order market, which still feels very appealing for such a complete tool diver. In my opinion, one of the most competent divers I've ever had, and I had quite a few, with demonstrated capabilities on a vacation, on the beach, even underwater. And I think this will be my most worn watch of the year. So I am glad to be back, although I haven't missed that much. Yeah, for me it was quite like a pause because I didn't felt comfortable to, I don't know, carry on with the stress with the daily activities with my 9 to 6 job and so on. So the vacation was welcomed, and hopefully during this summer period I'll enjoy making reviews and hope you enjoyed it as well. And if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing for future episodes. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, and until next time, be brave and stay safe.